Hi Houghton. Today I would like to teach you a game that involves the alphabet and exercise. We're going to call it Scrabble Fitness. So the first thing that I did was I assembled all the materials that I need. So I need scissors, I need a marker or pen, and I need some paper. Now I had some note cards around the house, so these are going to work just fine. If you don't have note cards, you can use any piece of plain paper that you're going to cut up. After I got all my materials together, Houghton, I went to the internet and I looked up the number of letters in a game of Scrabble. Now Scrabble is one of my and I looked up the number of letters in a game of Scrabble. Now Scrabble is one of my all-time favorite board games because of all the different words that you can spell and how you get points for those words. So what I found was the breakdown of all the different letters that are represented. Of course, A through Z is represented in Scrabble, but different letters appear a different amount of times. So for example, the letter A, 9 tiles. So there are 9 letter A's in the game of Scrabble. B, well, there's only 2 B's in Scrabble all the way down the lines, okay, to Z, and there's only 1 Z, okay? Now, this breakdown, I got it from a web page that I took a photo of, and I'll put it on this video so you can see it. Now, there's also a scoring element in Scrabble, like I mentioned before. Each word that you spell gets a point value based on what each letter is worth. So in this column here, we have the point values for all the letters. So for example, there are 9 letter A's, but each letter A is worth 1 point. Let's take the letter H, for example. There are only 2 H's in Scrabble, only 2 tiles with the letter H on them, and they are worth 4 points each. So if you can have an H in your word, then it's going to be worth that H is going to be worth 4 points, but the whole word together is going to be worth even more than that because you add up all the tiles, all the values of the tiles, and it equals 1 score for that one word, okay? Now there's also 2 blank tiles, okay, that you can have in this game where it's a tile or a card that has nothing on it, and it can be used as any letter that you want, okay? So what I did was I took a note card, and I also had a straight edge, a ruler, I forgot to mention that. And I just blocked off 6 sections on my card, not even quite equal, but as equal as I could get them. And I cut them up, okay? And what you end up with is something that looks like this, a little Scrabble tile, right? So I told you before that there are 9 letter A's, so I have made my 9 A's, okay? So here's an A. And in the corner, you see the number 1 because A's are worth 1 point, okay? So I'm going to keep making my letters until I've made all the tiles that I need, until I've made 8 O's and 6 R's and 4 S's, okay? And in the corner, in the lower right-hand corner, I'm gonna write the value for each letter, okay? Once you have all the Scrabble tiles made, I will then teach you the game. It's gonna be like an ABC scavenger hunt game, and then at the very end, we will have a little bit of fitness involved. All right. Okay, so all of my Scrabble tiles are made. I think there's 90 tiles total. Now, for this game, if you end up with less than that, if you've made less than 90 tiles, it's okay. As long as you have enough of the letters, and as long as you have a few more vowels than you do consonants. because you're going to use those vowels a lot more when you spell words. The A's, the E's, the I's, the O's, the U's, and the sometimes Y's, okay? So what happens now is I am going to take all of these letters, every one, and I'm going to start to hide them throughout the house. And I'm going to send my children, my girls, on a scavenger hunt. And they need to find all the tiles. And they're going to bring them back, and they're going to take the tiles that they found, and they're going to spread them out, and they're going to try to spell as many words as they can. And from there, we'll score their words. We'll see how many points they got. We'll see what their highest scoring word was. And we'll list the words down. We'll write them down on paper so we can see them. And I think they're really going to like it. And then once that is done, once we've spelled our words and seen what our total scores are, we are going to turn it into a fitness activity. And I'm very excited because what is going to happen is we're going to bring our Spell It Fitness back. We're going to bring this back. This is something that we did last week in the first set of fitness videos that I sent out to you. And we are going to choose at least one word, maybe 2, 3, or 4, and we're going to spell them out, okay, using this, okay? So, for example, let's say we spell the word bike, as in bicycle. For B, we do the bicycle crunch for at least 20 seconds, hopefully longer. And then we go to the I, skaters, side to side, right? Maybe even for a minute. We'll see. I'm definitely going to push the girls. And then a K, sumo squat. We'll do maybe 15, 20 sumo squats. And then for E, high knees, okay? So depending on the words that you spell, it will determine the workout that you do, okay? So if you have had a chance to print this out, wonderful. If you haven't, no worries. You just have to scroll back up into a few videos prior to this one, and you will see all of these exercises there for you to do, okay? So I'm going to now click this video off, and the next one that you see is going to be us actually playing the game, okay? And then doing a workout. All right. Thanks, Houghton. We'll see you soon.